How's it going, movie and TV fans? Welcome back to another review on the Film Nerd Reviews channel, and today we are looking at something special. We're looking at the 2003 cult classic film that spawned a movie made about it, starring James Franco, which we'll be talking about tomorrow, a documentary that the man himself was trying to remove countless internet memes, and a cult classic status for all the wrong reasons. Today we are looking at Tommy Wiseau's cult classic 2003 movie, The Room. Now, to get an understanding of exactly what The Room is, you have to understand that Tommy Wiseau is a very mysterious man. And this is the movie he wrote, produced, directed, and starred in. So let that one sink in. And it's a very interesting story that is even still relevant today, because both Tommy Wiseau and the second lead in this movie, Greg Sestero, who plays Mark, are both friends to this day. And this movie is a cult classic movie, but it's for the reasons you may not think. It's because this is widely considered to be the worst movie ever made, one of the worst movies ever made, and in that regard it's considered to be it is, I think, the epitome of the so bad it's good genre of movies. Now, I fucking love this movie, and not for the reasons you might think. I think this is just so fucking funny. I think Tommy Wiseau's performance is the most funniest thing to laugh at in the entire fucking world. I think the whole story is really weird, and it's just it's a mad movie. It's a maddening movie that I look at it and I think this is embarrassing, but it's also very clear to me that no matter what angle you look at it, Tommy Wiseau was a man who clearly had passion for this movie, and it kind of shows in that he's really, really trying, but he's never gonna it's not gonna go too well, which is exactly what happened in that regard. But it's still such a bizarre movie. It's a movie I fucking enjoy, but like I said, it's a great movie to just put on as background noise. I often do that myself. It's a very good background noise movie. There's a lot of memes from it, such as that you just saw it there, that You're Tearing Me Apart, Lisa, and the most famous one, I think, of all of them, which is also seen in this trailer. This is the I did not hit her, it's bullshit, I did not hit her, I did not. Oh hi Mark, which is another very famous internet meme, which is really fucking funny. And there's also the countless pictures of spoons in the in all the shots and stuff. But I think it's about more than that, really, because when the movie came out, this movie cost $6 million to make, and it made about $9,000. And when it came out, Mr. Wiseau himself only had it playing in one theatre for 2 weeks, which, by the way, he only had it playing for the 2 weeks because that's the minimum amount of time you have to be out in cinemas to be eligible for the Oscars, because he wanted to be winning Oscars for this movie, which, yeah. But when that 2-week window ended, that was it. The movie eventually disappeared off the face of the earth, and if it wasn't for some very select few people, then I don't think we would be sat here now. I wouldn't be sat here now talking about the cult status of this movie, the legacy of this movie, because it almost was the movie that disappeared. They made it, put it out in a couple of theatres, and then it would have just disappeared into the nether and never to be seen again. But something magical happened, and that was a bunch of people went to see a movie, including a journalist whose name I can't remember, and he recommended every one of his friends to go and see it as well. And I think it was said that the screenings that happened in the earlier stages were 2 to 3 people, not more than that. But this journalist who got us fantasy was eventually saw it in a screening of 1,000 people, which was mad. And after this event, which was after the movie was pulled, he and all of his friends sent Tommy Wiseau sent him some emails saying how much they enjoyed the movie. So in response to that, Mr. Wiseau booked a screening in another cinema, and he booked another, and then he booked another, and then he booked another, and to this very day there are still screenings of The Room across the entire planet, including in Great Britain, where I want to experience this movie on the big screen. That's one of the things I want to do, and it's screening every month in this country at a cinema called the Prince Charles Cinema, which is where I got this trailer from. And Mr. Wiseau himself comes to this country every February to present a Q&A of the movie. But it's that cult status where the movie is still being shown in cinemas, and after all these years it has turned a profit, which means it has been shown a hell of a lot of times to make back that $6 million. So it's a very, and it's a movie where when you go and see it in the cinema, it's not what you normally expect. Everyone turns up wearing suits with football, making footballs in their hands. They throw spoons at the screen every time there's a spoon on the scene. They scream the dialogue and stuff. It's very much a interesting cinematic experience. Not that I've had perfect experience of it. I've just heard this is what happens and stuff. Now this, for me, I've had knowledge of this movie for a very long time. I've known the memes. I've seen some clips of it. I've seen the famous funny clips of it. But up until last month, I had not been blessed to actually witness the entire movie. I'd watched the Honest trailer on it. I'd watched the Nostalgia Critics episode on it. It's a movie I always wanted to watch, but I didn't know how to watch it in that regard. And then I watched it. I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this movie now. And I'm very happy to say this is one of the greatest movies I've ever made, but for all the weird movies. This is in my top 30 movies ever made, by the way. Because it's so fucking bad, it's become fucking brilliant. Another fact about it, Wiseau himself said this was supposed to be a serious, dramatic movie, but at the premiere, when everyone was laughing at it, came on the stage and said, I hope you liked my comedic movie. So in recent years he's been playing it off as a comedy when in reality it was always meant to be a drama. But it is just one of the most fucking insane movies I've ever had the privilege of witness, and I love it for that exact reason. It's terrible, but it's also fucking amazing at the same time, and it's a movie I recommend you all go check out at least once. And I'm not even saying do it on real. Fucking watch this movie. Watch this movie. It's available on YouTube. I'll put the YouTube link in the description below if you want to check out The Room full movie 2003. It's also available to buy on DVD and Blu-ray from Mr. Wiseau's shop himself, but I will warn you, if you live outside of America, it's practically impossible to purchase it anyway, because even if you do choose the worldwide format versions of the Blu-ray and the DVD, for some reason, if you live outside the United States, you don't live in a valid address. So yeah, good luck with that. I watched it via the YouTube video and a thing called Cinema HD, which had a much higher quality version of the film. But yes, please watch this movie. It's a one-of-a-kind movie that is never going to happen again. It's his own fucking genre. Tommy Wiseau is just the most interesting person in the world. He's a guy I want to meet and just have a conversation with, because he is just, at the end of the day, this whole thing is stems from him wanting to be famous, and he got what he wanted. Maybe not in the way he wanted it to, but he still got it. So it's very interesting. So many stories behind this movie. Another one, when the movie was coming out, it's very famous. It was a famous landmark for a very long time until he stopped paying for it. But he purchased a billboard. He purchased a billboard to show the advertisement on for the movie when it came out. And that advertisement, while it's not there to this day, it was there for a very long time, because I think he paid to have it up there for like 5-6 years at $5,000 a year. So again, another thing about this movie is no one knows where the money or the finances came from. No one knows how old Tommy Wiseau is. No one knows where he came from. he's a very, and a lot of people, I think it's very much well known that Tommy Wiseau is not his real name. But yeah, The Room is a very special movie. A movie that, for me personally, is batshit fucking crazy. And I love it for that reason. It is... It is something very unique. And yeah, it's definitely terrible. But it's also, it makes it good at the same time. It's literally the definition of the so bad it's good movie. And I recommend everyone, and I mean everyone, watch it. But I will recommend skipping over the nearly 30 minutes of sex scenes in this entire fucking movie, which is genuinely the worst part. But other than that, it's so funny. It's just... And it's even more interesting when you watch the movie The Disaster Artist, which is basically about the making of the movie starring James Franco, Dave Franco and Seth Rogen, which is also a great movie that we're covering tomorrow, so for that. And I also recommend you watch The Room before you watch The Disaster Artist, because you won't understand The Disaster Artist if you don't watch The Room. But yeah, thank you so much for watching my review of one of the greatest movies ever made. I said it. The Room. Please check it out. It is the epitome of fucking insane movie. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this review of The Room. There's more music, more videos coming soon. Again, we are pausing second channel stuff. I'm configuring things, thinking about it. We'll be back very soon with a new structure for the second channel, which may include moving the commentaries over there and removing the Playing Some Of series, or making Playing Some Of a once a month series, because it's starting to bore me. And soundtrack reviews will return. The Doctor No soundtrack review has been uploaded, but it's currently blocked worldwide, so I'm trying to figure that one out. So yeah, we'll be back soon with regards to what's happening to the second channel. Yeah, keep streaming the music. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye. For now. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that The Room soundtrack is also brilliant.